Is your process different when you're trying to figure out how to play someone like this person, Angel, as opposed to a biographical type of character? I mean, is your preparation different? Is your mental state different? How do you get there for a character like this one?
I mean, all the characters have different requirements, and I'm always starting off with trying to find the truth. Meaning, where does he come from? Where does he work? Where does he live? What is he thinking? Who are the people in his family? His job, his mental state. I'm doing all that, but when you're playing a character like say, an Idi Amin or Eugene Allen or Cecil Gaines, you have a lot of other details that you're also trying to master in order to make it honest and true. The audience, real people that are watching their own experience through you, and you want to be true to that, and that does give it a little extra pressure.
How significant are awards for you at this point in your career? When you go in, when you look at a script, for example, are you thinking, is this award worthy? Are you thinking, can I win an award for this, or is it purely about the role itself?
And I'm always thinking about whether I can grow from the character, whether I can learn something new, whether I can bring something to the people that are watching it, whether I can put a spark of humanity in any of the characters for people to receive. That's my purpose. That's my sole purpose.
So do you still get frustrated, though? I mean, I'll speak for myself. I was frustrated when I saw the critical response to the Butler with regard to the Oscars. I expected a little bit more. What was your sense when you got the results?
I mean, I think you can never predict things of that nature. I mean, there was a lot of amazing performances this year. I felt really proud of the work that I got a chance to do with some great artists on the Butler. But again, there's like a number of other films that were exceptional, and you just support and you celebrate everybody when they get recognized for their work.
The Vanity Fair cover recently came out. Have you had a chance to check it out?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful.
I do too. And one of the things that stuck to me about that cover were the number of black and brown faces on there. Do you think we're experiencing a kind of renaissance in Black Hollywood?
I think that there's a lot of stories that are being told with some amazing filmmakers. A lot of the auteurs, the black auteurs that are working today, the Steve McQueens, the Ryan Cooglers, and I think what we're experiencing is the breadth of the experience, and that's exciting. It's exciting to see these different voices telling different types of stories. David Talbert's telling one story as opposed to someone else, and allowing us to walk into that new universe that hasn't been explored that much on film. And I think we're in that time where people want to see the similarities, to capture their connection to everything. And I think it's a great time.
What's next for you? You know, there seems to be so much ground that you've covered in your life. You've played some of the most historic figures of the 20th century. You have won the highest awards in the field. What do you want to do next that will energize you, excite you, and just keep you finding that new thing that you always talk about wanting to find?
I'm continuing. You know, it's funny because I was talking to someone earlier about purpose, and my purpose has always been sort of to continue to unveil the connections between my characters or my stories that I'm working on with everyone. I'll continue to do that. The broader scope of my work, which deals also with like peace and reconciliation work in parts of the world, including America, is the biggest area expanding over the next years.
What type of, before you go, this is sort of interesting to me, what types of places do you see the peace and reconciliation work being needed the most, or do you see yourself doing the work most prominently?
Well, in my foundation, we have branches in a number of different countries. We're in the South Sudan, in Juba. We've been there for a while now, revamping ourselves based on the conflict that's going on there, and looking at how we'll be able to work with the people, partnership on the ground to make things happen. We're also in Uganda. We've been working there in Masindi, in the area there. We just finished about 2 weeks ago our program in Mexico. We started our program there in Tecate, moved to Chiapas, and cities. And we're working on screen programs here in the United States where we'll be working on curriculum to go inside of the school. And from there, we'll see how we move.